So today I'll be starting with an IGTV series in which I'll be discussing the various laws which I think that every girl needs to know in this country. So starting with the very first law, that is the section 375 of the IPC, which lays down the definition of a rape. Now in the section 375 of the IPC, we get to know about the definition of the rape. Now besides the vaginal intercourse against the will of the female or without her consent, which we all know is a rape, besides that there are four more things attached to its meaning. First one is, even if the man puts his penis in the vagina, urethra, anus or mouth of the female, even that would be considered a rape according to the Indian law. Second is, even if the man puts an object other than the penis in the urethra, anus or vagina of the female, even that is a rape. Third is, even if the man puts his mouth in the vagina, anus or urethra, even that is a rape. And the fourth one is, even if the man tries to manipulate the female in a way to commit these three things which I already said, even that would be considered a rape. Now there are certain 7 conditions laid down in this section, in which we come to know about the consent, right? So these 7 conditions are, firstly, if these 4 already which I mentioned before, these were the 4: manipulation and insertion of the object, insertion of the penis or insertion of the mouth in the private part of the female. So if these actions are done against the will of the female, it is a rape. Without the consent, it is a rape. When the female is unable to communicate the consent, even then it is a rape. Even if the consent is available but the consent is given by a minor, that is by a female who is below the age of 18 years, then it is even then it would be a rape. Even if the consent is available but the consent is given in a state of emotional imbalance, that is when someone close to the female is being threatened of death, or even if the female is being threatened of death or of being hurt, even that would be considered a rape. Next is, even if the consent is available but the consent is given in a state of intoxication, when the female is intoxicated with some substance or with some alcohol or something, even that would be considered a rape. And even if the consent, even if the man knows that he is not the husband of the female, but the female believes that in the near future the man would be lawfully married to her, or she believes that the man is already lawfully married to her, even then it would be considered a rape. Now besides the vaginal intercourse against the will or without the consent of the female, these are certain conditions which I think that every female needs to know, because even if something is happening, like most of us, we don't know besides the vaginal intercourse what all other things are included in this section. So I think that every girl needs to know. We should create awareness regarding this. So please do share the video, and I hope this was worth watching and this was worth your attention. So thank you so much. We'll be coming up with the new videos with the more sections and more laws which I think that every girl needs to know in this country. So thank you so much. I hope this was worth watching. Thanks a lot.